item here, and it's been a while since I've last done a video, but a lot has changed. I've built a desktop with a GTX 980 G1, a gigabyte card. I've got a Ryzen 5 1600 6-core processor, calling that as a Be Quiet Pure Rock, inside of NZXT H440 Red. I'll put a parts list in the description or comment section, but if you're interested I'll put that in. So I'm thinking a new series apart from gaming videos would be overpriced computer items on TradeMe. TradeMe being like the eBay equivalent in New Zealand. So first one we have here is a i7 3930K with the GTX 960 for $1,400 New Zealand. I'd say it's quite overpriced. I mean, it's it's only 960. It's not even that good compared to some of the newer cards in the market today. So it does have a 3TB hard drive and an SSD 750 watt power supply, but I don't really think it's alright for a price, but I think he's trying to get a lot of his money back. Like, you could definitely buy a brand new PC that would perform better for the same price. So next we have a GTX 1060 and an i5 7600 PC. 4 months old, and this person bought it for $2,500, and it doesn't even include a gaming monitor. I mean, Intel isn't a really good option right now because there's Ryzen. I chose the 1600 instead of the 7600 because it was better value and had 6 cores, but at least has Windows 10 though. If it's it's overpriced right now, probably because this person bought the 1060 in this mining Ethereum mining thing because it's under 4 months old. So this person bought his 1060 completely overpriced. Cable management is quite decent, I'd say. Okay, about $2,000. I really think that's way too overpriced. Next one, we've got an AMD 8350 with 16 gigs of RAM. Seriously, 8350s, they don't actually, they've got a different type of cores, the FX series, than the Intel. So in reality it's more like 4 cores and 8 threads. For $1,800. You know, you could try get it for $1,200, but I find it is too powerful for me, and I have not been able to use half of the ability because I do not play any games. Oh my gosh. Who says that? My PC is too powerful. Oh my gosh. It's only got an RX 460. I think this person also bought it at the Ethereum mining crisis, because RX 460 is not a good card at all. For $1,800 New Zealand dollars. This is New Zealand, not US site, but I'm sure you can change some of this money, these prices into US dollars. But seriously, that's way too overpriced. Okay, so we have an i7 and a GTX 1080 for $3,000. 7700, not even unlocked. 8 gigs of RAM. 250 gig SSD, Windows 10, which is good. 1080, 1 month old. You're trying to get your money back, aren't you? It's really, it's not even unlocked. It's not worth it at all. Okay, next one. So an i7 6850K plus S-Lite GTX 1080s. Field management is really good actually. This person has put quite a bit of work into it. Doesn't even have an operating system for 5.5 grand. 1000 watt power supply, 16 gigs of RAM. You'd expect a bit more for 5.5 grand. For 1080s being less than 1,000 New Zealand dollars, that would put it down to maybe just over 3.5 grand. What's going to put the rest of the cost up? I mean, at 3.5 grand, that's not counting the graphics cards. That's really overpriced. Here we have a i7 4790, a GTX 1080, and a mini ITX. Is that the case? Where's the pictures? Oh, there's the graphics card, but where's the case? Beautifully fast machine in both games and day-to-day use. Easy to take around with you and has absolutely everything you need to build in. Have you ever heard of a thing called English? You should actually learn it. Here we have a build which doesn't even have a graphics card. It has a i7 930, which is pretty old. It's still powerful but really old. A 2.75 grand. Doesn't even have a graphics card. I mean, like, water cooling, but you might have a bit of earth in that, but that's still not worth. Without a graphics card, 2.7 grand. Okay, on to the next one. Here we have a Ryzen 7 1700, 16 gigs of RAM, 1070. 1070 about 700 bucks New Zealand, so put it down to 2.1 grand. Yeah, where'd the rest of about $700 to $800 go? Doesn't even include Windows actually, so wow. That is pretty overpriced. And again, this is a company. Yeah, I think this is a company. Yeah, not worth it at all. Here we have a 1080 with a 6700K. This person better include the keyboard and mouse in this. 2.9 grand. Kitchen mustard everywhere. It's like this person's been eating lots of fries lately. Overall, not worth it for 2.9 grand. Okay, so is this the whole set? But not really. Gaming PC only. Okay, so it says that buy now gets the Corsair mechanical keyboard and the Racer Death mouse, but it does not include the monitor. So it's got a 6700K, 1080. Yeah. Trying to get all your money back, you know. 3 grand, it's not worth it. You could build that exact same PC brand new for 3 grand. Or less. So, this has got a... Which one is it? 1080 Titan. Featuring 11GB 1080 Titan. So, do you have a... Make up your mind, do you have a 1080 or do you have a Titan? You've got 32 gigs RAM, KB Lake, 7700K, 1080 Ti. Why do you say Titan when you've got a Ti? 960 Evo, 850 watt power, $3,200, and you're still good. Not worth it at all. Okay, so we have a PC here for 6.1 grand. 1080 Ti SLI. So that's about, sorry, $3,000 New Zealand. So the other $3,100 with excludes the graphics card. Has a 6800X 6-core Intel water cooling kit. I didn't think Intel did that many water cooling kits anymore, but I've seen some of their older ones, but not one of the new ones. But if they make new ones anymore, 64 gigs of RAM. Only 2 TB hard drive, 850 watt for 6.1 grand. No way. Is that a joke? Okay, on to the next one. We have a new AMD Ryzen 7 1800X, 8 cores, 16 threads, 32GB DDR4 SSD, import 2 GTX 1080 gaming PC. That title is a mouthload. Noctua Ryzen CPU cooler, 1080, 4.8 grand, and it doesn't even have SLI of the 1080s. Yeah, this is a joke. This is also a joke, oh my gosh. Okay, so here we have a 2.4 grand Ryzen 5 1600X PC, 16 gigs of RAM, and a GTX 1070. I mean, it's alright, the price is okay, but no operating system. That price would have been fine if it came with Windows 10 Home or Pro. 16 gigs of RAM, more like 32 would be worth it in this price. So I'd say this is really not worth it either. Okay, second to last one we have here is another PC by the same people as the last one. So 2.6 grand as a i7 7700K, GTX 1070, 16 gigs of RAM, SSD, yeah. Still no Windows 10. Pricing is really, it could be better, to be honest. A bit too much profit you're probably getting for this. Probably putting a lot of people off by having so much profit. Okay, now last one we have for today is a 6.7 grand gaming PC, which is fully water cooled, which I know takes a lot of time and effort and that sort of stuff, but 6.7 grand for 7700K and a 1080 Ti. This is also a joke. You can get so much more out of your money by building a new PC at that same price. That probably isn't water cooled, or something could be water cooled, but still really not worth it. Well, all that wraps up my my video on PCs which are completely overpriced on TradeMe, and probably next time I'll be doing computer individual parts. Next episode of this, and I'll also be on my new computer. I'll also be playing some more Overwatch, CS:GO, and I might even be getting PlayerUnknown's Battleground or Battlefield 1, maybe. Just a thought, but that's me for today, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.